If you're looking for a simple way to make some extra money, income that can actually make a real difference, relieve some financial stress, maybe be able to save up, for a vacation you've been putting off, getting out of debt, paying off debt, just living the life on your terms more so than having to be strapped to always being concerned about how you're to get your bills paid. I'm going to show you a very simple system that I've used over the years, actually over 10 years now. It's called Power Lead System. And I'm going to show you how you can make up to $1,500 commissions with this very simple system by doing some very, I'm going to say simple again, simple strategies, simple techniques. Uh, so what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about what's called the all-in right here, the all-in product. And before I open this up, I do want to share just a quick story about the power of going all in. Now, when I say all in, I'm not just talking about a product. Okay. I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about all of it. What happens when it comes to your mindset, when it comes to how you feel, when you decide to position yourself to make the most money, when you decide that you are going to make this happen no matter what obstacles come your way, you're going to make this happen. When you decide that, when you make that decision, that's when things really change. When they don't change is when you play it safe, when you dip your toe in the water, when you decide to purchase the lowest cost product because you just don't believe that it's going to work for you and you don't want to lose any money. Does that sound familiar? I've worked with a lot of people that have that mindset. That's how they think. And unfortunately, it's like they're being, it's like they're in a prison, in their own mind, really. Like, because what they're doing are you have handcuffs, right? You have handcuffs on because what you're doing is you're severely limiting how much you can make, like how fast you can make it. Instead of being able to make $1,500 commissions, you're only going to make like $20 commissions for doing the same exact work. The work's no different. The difference is you are positioned to earn more. So, what I want to do is I want to tell you a quick story of my experience with Power Lead System. And I've told this many times before, uh, but there's always new people hearing it, so I'm going to share it again. I started Power Lead System back in 2015. That's when I started. We're now in 2025, so I've been in this program for quite a while. And my first 2 years in the program, I was mainly using it for the tools. I was at what's called the gold membership level, which was the lowest level. And then a little bit after that, I decided to upgrade to what's called the diamond level. And because that would pay me $100 commissions. Okay. So I upgraded to that. But that still didn't excite me enough to go out and really take this thing seriously. I was getting a lot of value from the program, but something was preventing me from going all in. Something was preventing me. And at some point, like I started seeing these emails I was getting. And these emails were saying, hey, you just lost a $400 commission. And I want to say that happened twice to me. And twice was too much. So what I decided to do, and even though I didn't really have the money, I had to put it on a credit card. It was a step in faith. I had to decide to go all in. I had to decide to go and purchase that last product that I needed because that would put me all in. And when I made that decision, I still remember how I felt. I was like, I am going to make this work no matter what. And before I made this decision, as I told you, I was, kind of dipping my toe in the water. I was using the tools, I was getting value, I was coming to the training, but I wasn't all in. And I wasn't in a place where I felt like if I put forth the effort, the time, the energy, the money to grow this business, to so it would pay me, income that would make a difference. I wasn't in that place, so I wouldn't promote it. I wouldn't do the work. It would just kind of say, here I make, $50 here, $100 there. Like it wasn't anything special. And it wasn't until I made that decision to go all in that everything shifted for me. And within 2 weeks, I had my first over $2,000 week in a company. I never had had that happen before. Uh, I think I might have made maybe 150 before. I mean, I can go back in history in time and pull out my commissions, like what I made back then. Uh, and I have done that in other videos, but I just had this huge shift. All of a sudden, I was like, I'm going to make this happen no matter what. And I did. And I did. I went on, I've become one of the top producers, top 10 producers in Power Lead System. And that's from me working this actively for really not even barely 2 years, I would say. Because I stopped promoting this actively in 2018. That's when I stopped. I got serious about it in 2017. That's when I got serious about it. That's when I decided to go all in. And that's when everything changed, like when I made that decision. So I am a firm believer in the power of deciding to go all in on something. And again, it's not just about buying the product because I have seen people buy the product, go all in, but they don't do anything because they're not all in. So I hope you understand that. It's a mindset shift. It changes how you feel. It changes how you show up. Like everything changes when you do this the right way. So it's not just about, hey, go buy the product and then you're all in. No, you can buy the product and sit on a shelf and not do anything. When you're all in, what you do is you decide that you're making this happen. You decide this is your freedom ticket, right? This is what's going to make it happen. Nothing's going to get in your way, and you're going to make it happen no matter what. You're going to get plugged in to the resources, the training, both recorded and live training. Power Lead System now has live training 4 times a week. So you can get plugged in. And it's interactive, so you can ask questions and get them answered right away. We didn't have this back when I was going at it really hard back in 2017, 2018. We didn't have this. This is a new thing. So power of all in. Now I'm gonna open this up. One of the things you're gonna see right away is when you go all in, you're gonna save over $500. So this is the product. It comes with all these products: Master Traffic Institute, Lifetime Home Business Pro, Lifetime Free Ad Secrets, Lifetime Mind Mastery Magic. This is a product you can't even buy anymore. It's not even for sale, but it is bundled up in this package. And I do have this product. I did pay for it individually. 3 months of AI Automation Academy. That's the newest product that we have. It's all about AI and how to effectively use AI to make money uh, with it, like how to use it in your marketing, how to attract people to you so you can get paid. Like, for example, Power Lead Systems commissions. Uh, and 3 months of gold, which is the basic membership that gives you all the tools and the training as well. So this is a very powerful system. Now, when you decide to go all in, you get all the products, you get all the value, you get positioned to earn $1,500 commissions, you get positioned to earn $1,000 commissions, $400 commissions, $100 commissions, and $35 residual commissions and $20 residual commissions, as well as a 50% match as well on that. So if you have someone that goes out with the gold product, which is the basic membership, and they go out and make $1,000 on that gold product, you get $500 of that $1,000. It's pretty awesome. That really adds up. And that's residual income. That's residual income. So the benefits of going in all in, like I said, are absolutely there. what I want to say too with this is, okay, so it's 1997 one time. Remember, this is a business. You're investing in a business. Now you go out and let's say you want to start a regular traditional business. There's no way in hell. There's no possible way you're going to start a business for under $2,000. There's just no possible way that could pay you back like this one, to get you in profit like this one, as quickly as it can. It's just not going to happen. The overhead's going to be just outrageous. So this is really a bargain. But let's say you can't do this. This is too much for you right now, but you want to get positioned so you can earn the most. You see the value of it. You understand that you're doing the exact same work. The work doesn't change, but you're positioned to earn the most. You get the most value, and you want to do this. Okay, we now have financing options. Let me just open this up, and I'm going to come down here. You can click on finance, and you can get like a loan for this, where you can make payments that are smaller. There's smaller payments that may be a little more affordable to you. Maybe you don't have the full amount right now, but maybe you could do a little bit less. And this really is an investment in yourself, in your business. Um, and don't get me wrong, okay? Let's not get this twisted. This is an online business that can pay you extremely well when you decide to position yourself the best and you plug in, you show up, you're consistent daily, right? So I'm going to come down here and you can see there's different ways to go and pay as well uh, outside of the normal credit card. Okay. Now they also have financing available where you can get it at a monthly fee, right? Like, so if you don't have the full amount, you can do that. So, so what I'm saying is do your best. Like a lot of people, what they will do is they will come here and be like, oh, that's so much money, right? I can't do that. I can't do that. And they stop there. It's like a roadblock. And right away, that prevents them from doing something that can actually really help them. Really, they could really benefit from. But because right away their minds are shut off, they're like, nope, I can't do it, they miss out. They'll probably go and maybe go and purchase the lowest product and then work way too hard for way too little for way too long until they realize, hey, if I would have just bit the bullet and did this, I would have been in a much better position. Just take it from me. It's a lesson I learned the hard way. A mentor of mine, that's one of the things he taught. He's like, look, you always position yourself to make the most money. If you're going to do the work, you might as well get paid for it. Get paid the best for it, right? I think of your job. I mean, would you rather make $10 an hour or $50 an hour? You know, what would you rather do? So it just makes it, but unfortunately, in a job, you're going to have more responsibilities if you're going to get that kind of a raise. That's not just going to happen. Like, you're not going to be doing the same thing. You're going to have to go and do a lot more responsibilities, a lot more work, right? Possibly more time to be able to get that kind of an increase. They don't just go, okay, yeah, do the exact same job, or we're going to pay you 10 times more. That doesn't happen. All right, so that's all I really wanted to go over today. If you like what you see, if this makes sense to you, go to the link in my description. It's just leadsaretoflowing.com. You'll see this page. Enter your details to come to this page here, and you can actually get started for free and test drive this whole system for only $7. Now, I'm going to tell you, I made six figures with this system. It keeps paying me over and over. I've been marketing online, making income since 2012. So I've seen a lot, I've experienced a lot, I've done a lot, I've worked with a lot of people. I can tell you that this is definitely one of the better programs. It's one of the programs that's going to go out there and really, it's going to pay you. And that's important because there's a lot of programs that come out and you think you're going to get paid well, but their compensation plan is set up not that way. Like there's a lot of programs out there, they'll pay you, let's say 50% upfront, fast start commission. Then the next month it drops down to like 25 cents or 50 cents. That's not freedom income. That's not going to create freedom for you. 25 cents, 50 cents, a dollar. I mean, come on. I can tell you from my own personal experience how discouraging that can be. Like you could be going out, I'm putting people in left and right every day. I got new people joining my business. Next month rolls around, it's like, oh, I made 30 bucks. Woohoo. Like it's not very exciting. That is not going to create freedom for you. So when you have a system that does the heavy lifting, what I didn't say about power lead systems, let me just come back over here, is we have Neil here, the owner of Power Lead System, okay? What he does is he does coaching calls. So you could book a coaching call with him and you can ask your questions and he's going to guide you through the process. He's going to give you some tips and based on his experience and based on all those things, he's going to show you the best path to take, right? Um, we also have other coaches as well. And I know for a fact that there are people that are going and scheduling appointments with these coaches and getting one-on-one live help with them. So that's also available with it here as well. And as I told you, 4 live sessions, training sessions. My favorite is the Tuesday one. That's where they really go into, hey, what's working now? Let's get you to work. Let's get you creating so you can start attracting people to you, to your system, and you can start making these commissions. So, uh, again, that's all I got. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Go to the link in the description or just go to leadsareflowing.com and that will take you right into the system where you can go ahead and click on the button, yellow button here, and enter your details and get started with that 7-day free trial. If anything, what do you have to lose? You got 7 days for free where you could test drive the whole system, you could attend the training, and you could even get paid. So might as well, right? Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.